Welcome to SIRA MCQ YouTube channel. Today we discuss advanced level A-level accounting paper 2024 question number 41. This is related to LKS2 inventories. Look here, what is the requirement? They said state whether each of the following statements true or false. Okay, correct or incorrect. Okay, as per the LKS2 inventories. Look here. Inventories are measured at cost and net realizable value, whichever is lower. Okay, look here. Inventories are measured at cost and net realizable value. Cost and net realizable value means selling price. Okay, cost or net realizable value, whichever is lower. This is correct. You know, at the identification of the inventory in statement of financial position, we identify lower of cost or net realizable value. Okay, therefore lower of cost or net realizable value we identified in the SOFP, statement of financial position. This is correct, therefore we can write true. This is true. Okay, next on. Net realizable value is estimated. Net realizable value is, this is the definition. No definition. Okay, estimated selling price. I write it. Look here. Estimated selling price. What is net realizable value? How can we calculate? Estimated. This is the estimation. No, estimated selling price. Estimated selling price. Estimated selling price. They said that estimated selling price in the ordinary course of business. There is a selling price. There is an ordinary course of business. There is a normal business. You know what is the selling price of the goods or services. This is the ordinary course of business. Lesson means deducting estimated cost of completion and estimated selling expenses. Look here. They deduct estimated cost of completion and estimated selling expense. Okay, next on. Look here at the NRE, estimated selling price no 1000 no, estimated completion and completion cost and selling cost means there are some packaging in cost. No, this is a selling price we collect from customer. At that time we cost some items. What are they? There is a packaging cost is 100. The packaging cost is not recover from customer. At that time the 1000 is a selling price. But there is another cost is we incurred 100 packaging cost. This is a packaging cost. After that the net selling price is 900. We can calculate this is the net cash collection from this goods or services. Therefore NRE was calculating using this equation. This is the definition. This statement is true. This is true. Okay, next one. An entity should use the same cost formula. What are the cost formulas? First in, first out or WACC. Okay, WAC. Okay, FIFO or WACC. Entity should use the same cost formula. Only WACC or only FIFO. Okay, for all inventories having a similar nature or and use. Look here, some inventories is there. Some inventories are separately identified. Look here, there are milk packets. No, there are milk packets. we can identify clearly 1, 2, 3, 4. Therefore, at that time there are separate items. We can separation. At that time we can use the FIFO method. Why? This is old one, this is new one. First received package, first received milk packet, we can separate it and we can firstly out it by the separate milk packets are identified. Okay, there is a separate identification of there are some look here, there are some furnitures or inventories. We can identify separate packets of separate items. At that time we can use the FIFO for all their separate items. There are Maggi noodles packets and milk packet. There are some posha packets, all are similar. Why? There's a separate packets we can identify. Therefore, FIFO method we can use. Why? There are separate old packets we can separate, new packets we can separate. Okay. Therefore, another example, there are liquid inventories. There's a petrol or diesel or there are some coconut oil or there are liquid inventories. And that time we can use the liquid acid. Why? There are already mixing. Why? There is a petrol is there. This price is 120 price. It's a petrol. Again we include another petrol to this one. These new prices are 130. But after the including this new prices, these petrols are mixing. How can we identify separate like packets? No, we cannot identify. These are mixing. After that we can use back. Why? Weighted average cost method using mixed average price, mixturing price. Therefore, we can use for liquid acid like petrol, diesel, coconut oil and other liquid acids. Therefore, we can use the WAC method. The separate items we can identify the packets. No, like at that time we can use the FIFO. Therefore, this statement is we can agree with this. Why? They said that entity should be used the same cost formula for all entities have a similar nature. There are liquid assets, we can use the petrol, diesel, all we can use WAC method. After that, all noodles packet, all milk packets, we can use FIFO method. There are similar inventories, we can use the separate cost formula. Therefore, this is true. This is true. What is the next one? Out of first in first out method or weighted average cost method, WAC method, the one that gives the lower value should be used measuring the cost of an inventory. There is no guideline of LKS2. This is the wrong. Out of the first in first out or weighted average cost, WAC, they said the one that gives the lower value. We use the same inventory, use the FIFO method. Same inventory, we use the WAC method. They said there's a lower value is given by FIFO or WAC should be used measuring the cost of an inventory. No, this is wrong. This is the cost identification. Only WAC, only FIFO. Okay, we can use this. There is a policy. No, this is wrong. This is false. Okay, this is wrong. In next video we meet what is that? There's a campaign related, no? Financial someone. Okay, this is the campaign related question. In next video we meet question number 42.